Hello, I am J.M. Slavik, a retired attorney and longtime political observer, and this is U.S. Politics, a Different Perspective, where I will try to provide a perspective that differs from that which is conventional or mainstream. Now, I want to examine further the difference between the faux left, supported by the oligarchy, and the authentic left, which is more consistent with the traditional left, such as the policies of Franklin D. Roosevelt. What is the distinction? The faux left is associated with policies which on the surface appear to be helping the most vulnerable or intended to achieve a fundamental kind of equality demanded in the interests of justice, but which are actually designed to be distractions, tools to divide people who should be allies, or some sort of Trojan horse to allow the predatory elite, the oligarchy, even more power so that they can achieve total control over the political system and eventually over the whole of society. The authentic left is that which is designed to promote policies that improve the general welfare of the whole of the people of the nation over the long term and which keep the oligarchy from achieving total dominance. Why am I confident that what I call the authentic left is preferable to what I call the faux left? First, let me say that I understand that all these issues are multidimensional and the policies put forward all have positive and negative components and repercussions. But if the authentic left policy objectives are realized, then the positive components of any objectives of the faux left can much more easily be realized, while the reverse is not true. If the objectives of the faux left are realized, the oligarchy is further empowered and it becomes virtually impossible to realize the positive components of the objectives of the authentic left. Following from that, here is a brief list of faux left and authentic left positions. Faux left: identity politics generally, reparations, a race focus, gender focus, sexual and sexuality issues, globalism, open borders, and end to nation states, guaranteed universal basic income to replace Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, hate speech and restricting First Amendment, allowing big tech to regulate speech, safe spaces and coddling college students, repealing the Second Amendment, lowering voting age, legalizing narcotics. Now here are some of the issues that the authentic left is concerned with. Sustainable physical environment, sustainable social environment with healthy relationships in a harmonious society over generations. Single-payer health care, training, education, but focused on useful skills, labor issues, minimum wage, guaranteed employment, equal opportunity in education and in jobs, criminal justice reform, campaign spending restrictions, tax reform, foreign policy non-interventionism, automation issues, artificial intelligence issues, human genetic engineering issues. I think it makes sense to evaluate each candidate's performance in light of where they put the most emphasis on faux left or authentic left topics in their debate performances. Examination of the candidates' campaign statements and literature to determine the focus can also help determine whether they are hoping to become puppet presidents or actually hoping to change things for the better for the country as a whole. Note that the propagandists of the oligarchy, including the corporate media, not only manipulate context to elevate the puppets and put down their rivals, but also examine the disfavored challengers through a microscope, trying to find any blemishes, sometimes manufacturing them by taking things out of context, while they airbrush any blemishes on their preferred puppet candidates. The puppet candidates are able to gain public support because they advocate faux left positions the oligarchy and the corporate media support, in which the corporate media claims indicate that the candidates care about the common people and what is good for humanity. Next time, I will talk about the candidates' performance at the first Democratic debate.